We're now going to return to this worksheet, and there is an example here, and you can download that from the resources on Udemy. And in previous exercises you completed that worksheet. You completed as many rows as were appropriate to you, and we're now going to examine those. We're going to go through line by line, and this is a bit like in the example of the accident, and we're now getting the rescue teams to put out the fires, to move the cars, to tend to the injured and get them to the hospital. We're now going to look at the detail of what happens. So on that worksheet you have 3 columns, and you have a column that says, when I think this, I experience that, or when I experience that, I start to think this, and a number. You also have a section that says, and that is like. We're going to leave that just for the moment. Look at the first row and what you wrote, your thoughts and feelings, and a number. And think about the thermometer, and that number rises to where it was on your thermometer. And then, thinking about that, I want you to breathe and pause and imagine that thermometer coming down, and it comes down to a lower level. And then I want you to go on to row 2, starting from that position, and for entry 2 you've got a different thought and a different feeling, and that had a higher number. But now, because you started lower, it will have a lower number, and I want you to think about that thought and that experience. Fire the anchor, breathe, and let the thermometer come down again. And you now have a new number, and record that. And keep doing this until you get to the end of your sheet. And at the end, you will have a new level. You will still have the same thoughts, and maybe the same feelings, but maybe they've changed. And ask yourself, where am I now? Thinking that, what is my anxiety level now? And is that okay? But maybe you want to go through this again, so that you get to the end of the process at a new level of anxiety.